Alright, I'm making this video because Sydney Convention Centre sound people have mucked up our band's sound so badly twice now that I thought I had to do something about it and explain to them what they're doing wrong. So this video is for them, other sound companies, and maybe even for events people who want to hold events with party band at a function, a corporate event, or a gala dinner, awards night, those sort of things where you have a large room with a flown speaker system. I'll explain what that is for the layperson. Basically, you have speakers hung up on the roof, pointing down on an angle, and they're used ideally for speeches. They're perfect for speeches. They fill the room evenly with sound. You can see the pictures here with the yellow and red lines coming out. The sound fills the room very evenly, and you can hear speeches very clearly throughout the whole room. The problem is later on in the night when the band starts playing, generally you want to fill the dance floor up with a lot more volume. And the only way to do this is to turn all the flown speakers arrays up. Of course, what happens here is everybody gets blasted from one end of the room to the other. You start getting sound complaints from people at tables who want to talk, and the dance floor is quiet. It's actually the quietest place in the whole room when it should be the loudest place in the whole room. So this is what the Sydney Convention Centre people have done twice now. I sent them a stage plan which clearly showed we wanted speakers beside the stage there. You can see on this diagram here, there's the speakers beside the stage. I called them 5 days beforehand to check they had the stage plan, and actually discussed with them the fact that the flown system is not suitable for us and we need to have speakers pointing towards the dance floor on the ground so that we get the maximum amount of volume on the dance floor, and the tables at the back and sides are still relatively quiet compared to the dance floor. You can see in this next picture here that it shows the red. The volume on the dance floor here is loud because the speakers are pointing there, and all around the flown array system is off or at a very low volume, and people can speak and chat in the side tables, or people can come to the dance floor and dance, and there's lots of volume on the dance floor. So this is the ideal setup for a band, and this is what we asked for on our stage plan. I chatted to the guy 5 days beforehand. He assured me that was the case. I turned up on the day, and you can actually see in this video here the speakers they supplied. They actually supplied the subs, which is a start, but then they gave us these tiny little 8-inch 150 watt speakers for front of house, and for the average layman they're supposed to be, I don't know, maybe 20 times bigger than that, the front of house speakers, and probably, I don't know, maybe 10 times more powerful than those things. Those little speakers they've given us there are more suitable for a little cafe, certainly not a room for 1,000 people. So their idea was using the array system, but as I discussed earlier, it's a worst possible scenario. And funnily enough, after 3 songs of starting the party music, I went up to the sound desk all the way at the back, and I told him the sound on the dance floor was not right. There was no volume there, there was not enough punch, and it was very quiet on the dance floor. And he told me that they were having volume problems, surprise, surprise, because he's just had to push the whole flown system, you know, evenly across the room. He's just turned all of it up, so it's just deafening everybody at the tables. People start complaining, and these guys just don't have the knowledge and the skills to realize that that's just not how you set up the sound for bands, you know. And maybe if the band was only playing 10 minutes or 20 minutes in the night, you might have thought, well, you know, there's lots of speeches. But that was not the case. We played an hour early on of background music, and then 2 hours 40 of party music over a 5-hour function. The band was the one utilizing the sound system the most on the night, and some thought should have been given to the sort of sound and the speaker placement for the band. So anyway, hopefully I've explained this simply enough. So I'll show you just quickly. There's a stage plan I sent them, and I found some speakers which are roughly the size, and this is what they gave us. So anyway, I'm hoping that they see this and maybe they learn something from it. I hope other sound companies see this, because it's happened before. Sydney Convention Centre are the only ones that have done it twice to us now, but it's very frustrating, and it tends to ruin the night